Hello everybody, this is Question Mark, and it is Tuesday, March 8th. It's a little more than a week after the release of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, and I said that I would do what I could to get my hands on a collector booster box. I just needed the stars to align, and they did, although you may have heard the prices on collector booster boxes have been skyrocketing. I saw them pre-ordering for as little as like $240, $245-ish before the set came out. And in the past, they have gone down in price over time because there haven't been that many like chase cards. Each set has a couple of pretty good $20, $30 mythics that are good in standard or something, but not terribly super exciting and not enough to make a lot of people want to buy these $250-ish boxes. And the black and white art was also not seen as very appealing to a lot of people, I think, especially since they acted like it was a special, black and white treatment done individually for every card, but it was really just like they took the saturation down to 0 and then like someone went on a brightness and contrast slider for like 1 minute. There was very little. It's not like the cards were painted with black and white in mind to begin with, so they didn't turn out that great. The point is, there wasn't a huge demand for fancy pants versions of cards from the last couple of standard legal sets. However, in this set, not only do they have a lot more bangers, like a Ganjo and stuff like that, but also there's Hidetsugu. And I think Hidetsugu is the biggest thing in this set. There are neon ink versions of Hidetsugu. They're worth hundreds, even over $1,000 right now. And these products are the only ones that have them, and they have been selling out everywhere. So I could not find one for $240. I could not find one for $250 or even $260. I'm lucky that in my local area in Portland, I was able to find one game store that was selling them, that had some in stock. I got these for $269. Yeah, I got this box for $269. Actually, how in the heck am I going to get this open? There. This is some tough material. Okay, I'm a little worried about hurting the cards inside while trying to get them out. But okay. Now I'll get that out of the way a little bit. Okay, but yeah, I'm really, really hoping to get Hidetsugu, but also I have a ninja deck. I've been brainstorming a samurai deck. There are others. So, let's see. We got the DJ, that's great. In fact, okay, I want to try to get some kind of sort going on off camera here. Maybe commons. Yeah, okay. Cyber Trespassers. Assassin's Inc. Oh yeah, I've been also considering making a shrine deck, which apparently everybody and their mother is doing now. Is not an original enough idea that the commander, which is not in draft booster packs, only in set and commander booster, or set and collector booster packs, also not in any of the commander decks. It is like $30, $40, $50 or something. So I hope I get one of those too. But okay, actually those were commons and then uncommons. And then Tales of Master Seshiro is a common, but it's a double-face common. Cool. Okay. And then, oh, this is one of the reasons why I wanted this. I wanted foil, full art Kamigawa lands. I want to have a bunch of these in my collection and use them forever. So, very happy about that. Jukai Trainee. Okay, so we get some showcase art. This is the, I guess, like, neon style. This is the samurai style. You can see the little like cord there and kind of like helmet accents up here kind of. And it is of course a samurai. It's a common. And there's the ninja style, which you can see there's like little doodads, things that look like shurikens and stuff all around here. Okay. And there's a foil in the ninja style. which I do have a ninja deck, but it's not white. It's Yuriko the Tiger's Shadow, as most people do, honestly, but, you know. And then we got our first foil rare, Surge Hacker Mech. When it enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to twice the number of vehicles you control the target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Okay, I mean, it's not necessarily a lot of damage, but it could be cool. Okay, and every one of these packs is going to have an extended art commander set card, which also, of course, could be one of the set booster box exclusives. I do not recognize this card, which says to me that it's probably not very good. Oh, shuffles all creatures that... Okay, so soon like a Warp World thing. I don't even care. I don't want to know. Let's not get into it. But it was a rare. The Restoration of Eiganjo. I've heard some people are liking this because it's kind of white ramp. But God, it feels like you're hard up if you have to go this far for white ramp. Whenever this attacks or blocks, create a 1/1 colorless spirit, vigilance. That's nice, but you know, I feel like all of the sagas in this set got nerfed quite a bit by flipping and then having Summoning Sickness, like leaving the battlefield and coming back. I remember that they said that it was so that the card on the back wouldn't be a surprise, although of course you have 2 turns to prepare for it, so you know that the card is coming. You can ask to look at this side at any time. You can see at all times that it will be a 3/4. But that's... there are no creatures telegraphed as much as these ones, aside from suspend creatures. And yet, it was still a surprise, because people didn't remember what was on the back face 2 turns later. Oh well. A couple of them have haste to make up for it, but only like 3, or maybe just 2. Anyway, Satsuki the Living Lore. I bet somebody wants this, but it's not me. This is the Saga Commander, and it's the alternate art for it, which is nice. Most of the alternate art seems really in the anime style, versus most of the normal art is in like a more traditional Magic style. You know, for better or for worse. I sometimes like the anime style, and I sometimes don't. Just, I don't know, taste. But yeah, another rare. In fact, so far that's 4 rares in 1 collector booster pack. And a 5th rare, Teachings of the Kirin. I don't remember this being very good, though. Mill 3 cards, create a spirit. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Exile it. Flips into a Snake Monk. When it attacks, choose 1. Exile target creature card from a graveyard. When you do, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. Or exile target non-creature card from a graveyard. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Okay, I mean, seems alright. Just all of these are so slow. I'm not really into it. And then another rare, and it's a foil rare alternate art, like Showcase style, but it's not Hidetsugu. Choose 1. If you control an artifact and an enchantment as you cast this spell, you may choose both. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Return target creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. It's powerful in that, like, doing both of these effects is, you know, for 3 mana is very much worth it. But I don't like my removal being sorcery speed. So I don't know if this will find a place in any of my decks, but it's not bad. And then Dragon Spirit token with the spirit on the back. Oh yeah, if I find a Shrine token, I've heard that the Shrine token is very valuable right now. And I would like one because I would like to build the Ghost Shintai deck. So anyway, so far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rares in 1 pack. That is one of the cool things about collector booster packs, you know. Of course, you get a lot of bling for your dollar. Trying to use as little force as I can, but... Spell Pierce foil. Okay, well, this has some, like, CEDH play and probably in, like, more competitive formats and stuff. So that's cool. This is probably one of the more valuable commons that I could get in foil. Of course, it's been reprinted a few times, but... And actually, didn't it used to be uncommon? Now it's common, so... Bloodfell Caves, that doesn't get a lot of play for me anymore. I might play it in a black-red control deck I've got. Touch the Spirit Realm. I kind of like this, but I don't know if... Oh, you know what? I can feel a little bit of a curve in these right out of the gate. Yeah, I can feel it. Not totally flat. Okay, of course, the playmat that I'm on is an old playmat today, so it's not totally flat either, but still. Leech Gauntlet. Neat. Actually, as much as I consider the sagas to be like kind of a flavor win, but slow and clunky, but also they're somewhat powerful. They have a lot of effects, so they're kind of worth it. The reconfigure cards generally do seem worth it. This one, maybe not so much, considering the reconfigure cost is 4 and it grants no bonus to power or toughness. It just gives lifelink. So actually, this seems like one of the worst ones, maybe? But whatever. Oh, The Life of Toshiro Umezawa. I just watched the nicknames episode from Loading Ready Run on this set, and they called this the Itty Bitty Jitty Committee. And I like it, despite being the kind who's usually pretty pedantic about it being jite. But no, this is cool. And, oh, love these. Love these. Okay, going over there. Seven-Tailed Mentor, neat. Oh, damn. Okay, so I'm working on a samurai deck, and I think the commander is going to be the red-white samurai Ryu, I think is his name. I'm still kind of memorizing. These cards are still new to me, of course. But I've been debating whether or not this card makes the cut, because the deck isn't going to be a lot about casting and recasting artifacts and like sacrificing them and recasting them. But a 4-mana 3/3 trampler is kind of good, and I might play a couple of artifacts as sacrifice, like Wayfarer's Bauble, so I'm on the fence about it. But if I get a foil alternate art like this, it kind of encourages me to play it. At least that's the kind of deck builder that I am, where I'm like, any card that I'm on the fence about, if I get a fancy pants version of it like this, I kind of, well, that puts me on the inclusion side of the fence. Usually. I'll still end up making the right decision for the deck as best as I can tell in the end, I think. But I'll sometimes try a card out for a little while. Moonsnare Specialist. Okay, I have a ninja deck. Is this one of the good ones? Enters the battlefield, return up to one target creature to its owner's hand. Arguably, yes. Yeah, probably. And I like that I got the foil alternate art. So that's nice. March of Wretched Sorrow. So this is my first rare in probably a series of rares here. It's a foil rare, and I don't like this card that much. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. I tend to lean more towards Defile in a mono black deck, but if you're not playing mono black, this is actually, well, it's harder to cast, but whatever. It's not bad. Concord with the Kami. It's not one I'm hoping to see here, but let's see what it does. 4-mana enchantment at the beginning of your end step. Choose one or more. One or more, interesting. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature with a counter on it. Draw a card if you control an enchanted creature. Create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token if you control an equipped creature. Oh, so this is obviously from the modifying commander deck, the red-green deck. This seems kind of good. If you go for this whole thing, especially since another commander that I was looking at is maybe that mono green guy that says, like, if he's got a counter, he's enchanted and he's equipped, then you like deal damage to all of your opponents at once and something else too. I would definitely want to play this in that deck. And that seems like a fun challenge. Oh, okay, so we've got the other version of Satsuki. Still, neither of them are foil, but this is the extended art one. Okay, neat. I still don't plan on using it personally. Lizard Blades. Oh, they're kind of cute. Although this is definitely a Yu-Gi-Oh card, right? Like, they snuck a Yu-Gi-Oh card in my Magic game. There's actually a number of cards in this set that look like Yu-Gi-Oh to me. But this is definitely one of them. But this card seems good. 2-mana 1/1 double strike is off to a decent start. But then reconfigure for only 2 mana to give a equipped creature double strike? Oh, I'm going to be rethinking a lot of my red aggro decks to see if I need to be sneaking Lizard Blades in there. Oh, okay. A foil extended art Cloud Steel Kirin. Now, I don't know really how good this card is, but it seems kind of good. Because, and here's why. That is a solid card, I think. A 3-mana 3/2 flyer. I was watching a video from someone else who looked it up, and there pretty much aren't these in the history of White. 3-mana 3/2 flyer with no drawback. So then also, if you equip it to one of your other creatures for, 5 mana, it's a lot, you turn it into a Platinum Angel. Not just that, I mean, the obvious, kind of overlooking the obvious here a bit. You can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. That's kind of a big deal, but granted, that text only matters if you are like at 0 life or your opponent is like doing something that literally wins the game. So most of the time that actually doesn't matter, but it does give flying, and if you have creatures with like hexproof or some kind of Voltron strategy where you're already defending the commander really well, put this on there. I don't know, but I think this thing's versatile enough that it might see more play than Platinum Angel does. And Platinum Angel doesn't get no play, but just next to no play. Anyway, I think it's cool. Last card, wait, what? The same pack had Lizard Blades and foil Lizard Blades. What's that meme of like, this is Greg and this is the other cooler Greg? Well, yeah, 2 Lizard Blades in one pack. Okay, I mean, neat. And then the Construct token with a Samurai on the other side. Okay, so far, nothing too crazy. Nothing that was like way up on my want list. There's still multiple ninjas I'm looking for. I think the Thousand Face Shadow is one of the main ones I'm looking for, as well as Kaito Shizuki, I think, the Planeswalker. I'd really like to have the Planeswalker. I definitely want some of these lands, Boseiju, Sokenzan. I need to play them in my commander decks. I definitely want Ghost Shintai of Life's Origin so I can build a shrine deck. And I really want a Ryu, ideally like an extended art foil of Ryu. Lastly, it would always be nice to get Hidetsugu in neon ink style and make hundreds of dollars. That'd be cool. All right, so there's a lot. There's still quite a few packs left here. So, but there's a lot that I'm still looking for. After all, before today, the only cards that I had from this set were from one pre-release event that I went to. I did 2-head Giant Sealed, went 2-1. Came kind of close to getting 3-0, but kind of walked into a counterspell with Artamio. Whoopsie. But hey, Silver Fur Master, that's definitely going in the Ninja deck. We did get 2 different copies of it at the pre-release, but neither were foil, just the normal and the alternate art. And I've been debating which version I prefer, and I think if I'm thinking like Master Splinter, this looks more like the old Rat Ninja Master more. The other one, he doesn't look old, so I think I actually might prefer this version. Oh yeah, I'm also looking for the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, because I've got a Kiki Jiki deck, and even though it's CEDH, it might make the cut. Maybe. It's good in a lot of ways. Oh, I love this. This basic land art. Oh, love it. Okay. Peerless Samurai. That's quite a statement coming from a 3-mana 2/3. But all right. Jukai Trainee. Okay. I have this version, but now in foil. Dokuchi Silencer. I've heard a lot of jokes about this one too. Don't silence Dokuchi. Never mind, ignore me. Moon Circuit Hacker. Oh, okay, I think this is one that I needed. Yeah. Foil, alternate art, and this is definitely 100% going in my Ninja deck. Sweet. This version of it, too. Okay, psych me out, why don't you? This is a foil Hidetsugu Devouring Chaos, but it's not the neon ink style. It's not the one that's worth a lot of money. I think this guy's worth probably like $1. Because he's not super rare at all. He's just rare. Oh, well. And then I'm not fond of the Myojin in this set. Because, remember, this is what you sign up for. You're watching my videos. We're here for a discussion. So I'm not trying to go through it super fast. You know, the discussion is if you cast it from your hand. So if they wanted to include this in, say they did not include this in draft booster packs. They only put it in set and collector booster packs, as you can see here. So you can't get it in draft. So you can't play it in sealed, no limited play, where it would be very strong. It only will see play in other formats like standard, where it costs too much mana, modern, where it costs way too much mana, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then commander, where that's the only other place where it's likely to see play. You know, it's either limited or commander for a card that costs 8 mana and it's triple red. But then they don't put it in draft packs, so you can't get it there. And then, so the only other format where it's ever likely to see play is commander, and then they write, if you cast it from your hand. And I know that okay, and just to clarify, it's probably obvious to you, but if you then want to have this as your commander, you cast it from the command zone, you don't get the indestructible counter, and then it doesn't do the main thing that it does. So they are kind of bad in commander. They're bad to be your commander. They are kind of bad to be in the deck, considering normally you have a big 8 mana creature. You're trying to like cheat the mana cost, I would think. I don't know. But they could have fixed it. They could have said, if you cast it, and not from your hand. So that way it'd work from the command zone, but it wouldn't work if you like reanimate it or something. And I know that the original Myojin had this same text on it. So they were, you know, definitely doing kind of a throwback to that. But the original Myojin also suck. They see no play in any format except maybe Commander, and in Commander, they can't really be your commander because they're bad there. So it was a problem that they knew about, I would think, and then they chose to recreate the exact same problem. So I don't understand how a modern designer in 2021, 2022, you know, looked at this and was like, yep, that's what we want to be doing. We want to have a card that is going to see no play in any format and have it only in set boosters. And let's make 5 of them. Okay. Moving on, we got another Cloudsteel Kieran. I talked about this card. It's neat, but I did already get a neater version. Brilliant Restoration. Is this... Okay, which is... Okay. 3 white, sorcery. Return all artifact and enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. I'm sure there's a deck for this. This is a very powerful effect. It's a one-sided effect. It costs a lot of mana, but I'm sure there's a deck for this. I just don't have it. Ooh, okay. This is a good hit, I think. Foil Showcase Kodama of the West Tree. It's a mythic rare, of course. Let's see. 3 mana, 3/3 with reach. Modified creatures you control have trample. Whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield tapped. Now, this can be a commander, and I wasn't planning on making one out of Kodama of the West Tree, but I drew the fanciest version of it there is, so now I'll consider it. Or more likely, if I do get that one green, like, troll monk guy, then this would go in the deck. So, either way, this is cool. Okay. And we got a foil Showcase Art Ryu, which is a card I want to make my commander, and so you would think that I would be happier. However, I didn't prefer the anime style art on this one. I preferred the traditional style art on this one because he has an afro. And I was thinking somewhere between Mugen from Samurai Champloo and Afro Samurai. It looks like one or the other, somewhere between the two probably. I mean, trying not to be an obvious reference to any one specific thing because they don't have the rights to it or whatever. But, well, if I don't get that, I will play this and I will be happy because technically this is the fanciest, rarest version you can find. And then we got the pilot token with a spirit on the other side. Okay. All right, well, we got a couple of the cards that I'm looking for, more or less. So let's go. We're not even halfway through, of course. So got quite a ways to go here. You Are Already Dead in foil. Excellent, excellent. I didn't mention this, but this is absolutely one of the cards that I want because I have a Kelsien the Plague deck, and Kelsien deals 1 damage to a creature, and then if that creature dies this turn, you get an experience counter, and he gets a permanent boost of +1/+1 for each experience counter you have. So this is kind of the perfect effect for that deck. So much so that I almost played Fatal Push in the starting, like the 1.0 version of the deck. And Fatal Push is just this. It's just this card without draw a card down on the end. It felt so bad, though. I couldn't compel myself to do it. I just played like normal removal instead. But this is perfect for Kelsien, although it's not entirely flat right out the box. But I really wanted a foil one. Now I've got it. That makes me happy. Thornwood Falls, neat, but we've seen it before. Foil Go Shintai. I would love to have more foil shrines, although it's really the rare that I'm hoping for. Flame Discharge. Consult your doctor. Era of Enlightenment. It's a 2-mana, scry 2, gain 2, 2/2. I like that. Oh, these lands are gorgeous. Okay, then we get into some showcase cards, some samurai. There's a lot of like common kind of lame samurai. Although, tap target creature you don't control. This one might see play in my samurai deck. See, originally I was going to try to include a lot more of the old school samurai with Bushido in here. But sadly, Bushido and the like exalted wannabe that the new samurai have, where they are exalted but only for samurai or warriors, those don't play super nicely together. You know, people just like not block and take 2 or whatever. You attack with a single creature and it's got a couple of buffs on it. And then so I ended up cutting a lot of those, unfortunately, because they're not very good on their own. Whereas these actually, if you get a lot of these, then they start to really add up. Like if you get 3 creatures with Bushido and 1 with one of these abilities, then you're encouraged to attack with just 1, and then the other ones are completely dead weight. Whereas if you get 3 creatures like this and 1 with Bushido, you can attack with the Bushido ones, and all of these abilities will trigger. So I ended up shifting way more towards these exalted-like samurai in my design. I'm not done finalizing it yet, but that's where things are leading. Okay, also, this is weird to me. The normal art for this card, the Turtle Ninja, looks very much like Leonardo. It's a ninja turtle who's a little chunky and has a big obvious shell and has 2 samurai swords, 2 katanas. That's what Leonardo did. This guy has 1 sword, and I can't see the shell on his back. Doesn't look like a turtle at all. He actually looks more like Shredder. So I don't know what happened here. With the face mask there, like Shredder has. So I don't know. I do not prefer the alternate art on this one. Oh, Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa. I don't think I'm going to be building this deck. I know that a lot of people have been complaining about like 5-color commanders that you don't have to pay 5 colors to get out. I think that they need to be careful on those, and they haven't been careful enough in the past with Golos and with Najila and a few like that. But I think that this is fine. This is fine. It's maybe not even that good because, like, I don't know what kind of deck you build with this, but it's fine. I'm okay with it. And Go Shintai, of course, does the same thing, so I'm okay with it. As long as they don't make it too broadly good. Access denied? I don't remember this card. Oh, it's the extended art one from the Commander deck, so this must have been in the Buckle Up crew deck, like vehicle deck. So, 5 mana instant, counter target spell, create X 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature tokens with flying where X is its spell's converted mana value. I still say converted mana cost even when they don't write it. This seems fine in a deck where you are willing to spend 5 mana on a counter spell, which I don't have any of those. Satoru Umezawa, you are one of the few ninjas I am not interested in. I didn't worry too much about not pre-ordering a box originally because a version of this guy was the buy box promo, and I was like, okay, I could take it or leave it. It gives ninjutsu to every creature in your hand, which is almost like a reverse ninja deck in that, like, you kind of want to be playing with lots of creatures that aren't ninjas, and then you can pretend that they are, like Blightsteel Colossus and stuff like that. So, it doesn't really go in my ninja deck. Well, that's fine. Extended art, though, it's nice. I'm not sure if he's valuable. Maybe a bit. Mindlink Mech. Is this the one that wrecked me at the pre-release? 3 mana 4/3 flyer. Whenever it becomes crewed for the first time, until each turn. Until end of turn, Mindlink Mech becomes a copy of target non-legendary creature that crewed it this turn, except it's a 4/3, it's a vehicle artifact in addition to its other types and has flying. It's like, it's a copy, except that almost all of its attributes are different. Other than that, it's definitely a copy. Yeah, wasn't planning on building a blue vehicles deck. I was looking at a red-white one, but I brainstormed it and practiced it, and it didn't come out very good. Scrap Welder. This guy seems alright, but no plans for him. And Reckoner Bankbuster. I think this is one that we got at the pre-release? Maybe? 2 mana 4/4 artifact vehicle. This is card games on motorcycles. It enters with 3 charge counters on it. You can pay 2 and tap and remove a charge counter from a 2, draw a card. Then if there are no charge counters on it, you create a treasure, a 1/1 pilot, and the pilot can crew as though it were 2 larger. So you can crew it and it's a 4/4, and that's cool. Or if you don't have the crew for it, you can start removing counters and get treasures and draw cards. And yeah, neat. And then make the crew. Human Monk token, Spirit token. Okay, cool. No Shrine token yet. The foil Shrine token. What I hear it was 20, 30 bucks. Great to get a really expensive token. I can't drink real quick. Throat's a little hoarse. Okay. Harmonious Emergence. This is the axolotl Umbra I heard about. Yeah, neat, I guess. Go away. Explosive entry, destruct 1 target artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on 1 target creature. Oh, okay, yeah, for the modify deck. Okay. Here it is, the foil Dockside Chef. The second best Dockside creature in Magic. This guy is really good, especially in, we're thinking a Shirei Shizo's Caretaker deck, and I'm glad to get a foil, and it is spoken for. Jukai Naturalist seems pretty cool, and especially for an enchantment deck, but I don't have one yet. The Shattered States Era. Okay, it's like a threaten with extra steps. Okay. Oh, another absolutely beautiful foil basic. This one's the Plains. Nazumi Blade Blesser. I'm not really into this one. I'm not doing Black Samurai personally. Guardians of Oboro. This one's... I'm definitely not doing Blue Samurai. Kappa Tech Wrecker. Once again, the version I don't like, where it doesn't look like a turtle. Fang of Shigeki was really good for us in the pre-release. Foil Restoration of a Ganjo. I could kind of care less. Cyberdrive Awakener. This is good in the vehicles deck that I don't plan on playing or building. Other artifact creatures you control have flying. That's kind of good generally, though. When it enters the battlefield until end of turn, each non-creature artifact you control becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 4/4. I mean, might be good in like a go-wide artifact deck. Generally, it just happens to be playing blue. But I don't have one like that. Kami of Transience. Okay. I've heard the joke already that then why is it a permanent? But it's a colorless and a green for a creature spirit with trample. It's a 2/2 to start with, but whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you put a +1/+1 counter on Kami of Transience. At the beginning of each end step, if an enchantment was put into your graveyard from the battlefield this turn, you may return Kami of Transience from your graveyard to your hand. Not bad, but I don't have a place for it personally. Inventive Iteration. Okay, another one where it's like not bad, but I don't have a place for it. If I remember right, though, Yeah, whenever you cast a spell, your opponents can't cast spells with the same mana value as that spell until your next turn. That could be kind of oppressive. On your turn, um, you're just tapping out. It's like 4 mana. I don't know. It could hurt people a lot. But it's also probably one of those things where you gotta be like, hey, so I don't know if you remember, but on my last turn I cast a 5 mana spell, and I believe you just tried to play a 5 mana spell, so put it back. I think just about 0 times is your opponent going to remember that they can't cast the spell. You're going to have to tell them and put it back in their hand, and they're going to have just revealed a card to you. And it's going to happen multiple times a game until that thing dies. March of Otherworldly Light. This is a Ghibli movie, and it's an okay card. And then we got a Spirit Token. Okay. There we go. Well, I've still got 7 packs left. Actually, this pack brings us to the halfway point. After this one, we're at the halfway point. So, still a lot of opportunities, but there's still a lot of things I'm looking for. So it means a lot of possibilities for hits. But, I don't know. I would have loved to have, like, one of my big hits right near the beginning to get me hyped, but what can you do? Geothermal Kami, it's like just a big bath. Wander's Intervention apparently is exactly the same thing as Gideon's Intervention, but Gideon is dead. Futurist Operative. Oh, now I like this guy. In fact, I think this is a ninja that doesn't have ninjutsu, but I will still play in my ninja deck because it can become a 1/1 unblockable, which is what I want to be doing. And I think this is one where I preferred the normal art to the ninja art, but I don't remember for sure. I'll look it up some other time. Mech Hanger. I mean, if you do build a mech deck, a vehicle deck, this is required. And I was thinking about it, at least a red-white one maybe, but... Behold the another beautiful land, forest. Love it. Iganzo Exemplar goes in the Samurai deck. Selfless Samurai goes in the Samurai deck. Coiling Stalker does not go in the Ninja deck because the Ninja deck's not green. Inkrise Infiltrator. This is beautiful. Whoa. I don't know if I'll play it in my Ninja deck, but maybe. I mean, it's a 2-mana 1/2 flyer. I think I probably will, just because it's a ninja with evasion. I think I will play it. And with that art. Oh, here's a hit. Okay. We got a foil Sokenzen Crucible of Defiance, which is excellent because I want this for my mono red CEDH deck. Kikijiki. So it's a legendary land and otherwise has no drawback for just entering untapped and tapping for a red. It has Channel, so you can pay 3 in a red and discard it from your hand, because you always discard from your hand. You create 2 1/1 Spirit Tokens. They gain haste until end of turn. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. So if you control your commander, then it costs 3 mana instead of 4. If you control some other legendaries, it can be even cheaper. But even at 4 to make 2 1/1s with haste, that's not bad. Oh, I thought this was going to be the spirit token that's talking about. Oh, they're colorless spirit tokens. Oh, so it's... where is it? Okay, so it's one of these. But it gives it haste until end of turn. I've noticed that haste is one of the abilities they don't like printing on creature tokens. Even when they have haste. They don't like to put haste on the token for some reason. So you can forget. This one, though, it doesn't give them haste except temporarily, so it's whatever. But lovely, amazing card. Love to see it. Definitely going to play it. Happy to get it in foil in particular. Smoke Spirit's Aid. Gosh, I don't know that I care about this card, but X and red. For each of up to X target creatures, create a red aura enchantment token named Smoke Blessing attached to that creature. Those tokens have enchant creature, and when enchanted creature dies, it deals 1 damage to its controller, and you create a treasure. So you put a bunch of mana into it, and then you have like a goblin bombardment that you don't have total control over, and then it pays itself back afterwards with treasures. I don't know. I don't know. Oh! Here's one, though. Tatsunari Toad Rider. Jiraiya Sensei. So, interesting that it is a human ninja, and it's black with a hybrid green-blue ability down here. So you can do a, what was it called? Sultai ninja deck if you want. After all, there are green ninjas in this set. But I don't think that's what this is best in. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, if you don't control a creature named, I believe that should be Kami, then create Kami, a legendary 3/3 black and green frog creature token with, whenever you cast an enchantment spell, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. I like that kind of ability, that drain life and triggering repeatedly and stuff. And then, of course, for 2 mana, Tatsunari Toad Rider and target frog you control can't be blocked this turn, except by creatures with flying or reach. And, let's see. I think this is best in an enchantment deck. Like, I want to put it in Go Shintai, where I'll be casting enchantments left and right, and this is a way of turning that into a victory. And it's a 5-color deck after all, so why not? Ooh, I saw something shiny and dramatic coming up, but I didn't see what it was exactly. But Invoke Despair is an alright card. Moving on. Whoa! Okay. This... Now this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Kairi, the Swirling Sky. 4 and 2 blue for a legendary creature Dragon Spirit, a mythic rare 6/6 with flying and ward 3. When Kairi, the Swirling Sky dies, choose 1, return any number of target non-land permanents with total mana value 6 or less to their owner's hands. Or mill 6 cards, then return up to 2 instant or sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. On that first ability, someone pointed out recently that creature tokens tend to have a mana value of 0, and so you can usually bounce any number of creature tokens and 6 mana value on top of that. Someone was also saying this could be a fun commander to play in a mono-blue clones deck, where this is your commander, and then you just clone it a lot. The clones will become copies, but since it's legendary, they will die, and then you'll trigger Kairi's die ability, and that could be kind of fun. And I got a borderless foil, so that's amazing. Oh, okay, this also may be, like, money here. We've got a foil alternate art mirror box. 3 mana artifact. The legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you control, so it's a one-sided mirror gallery. So it's kind of better than mirror gallery. It's way better than mirror gallery. Each legendary creature you control gets +1/+1, and each non-token creature you control gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control with the same name as that creature. This seems really good in something. I'm not sure what, but the potential is huge. And I believe it's also valuable. So I got the fanciest version of it there is. I should be happy about that. Those have got to be the 2 biggest hits in my box so far, other than maybe Silken Zen. But I heard that the red channel land is the least popular or least valuable or both out of all these. So I don't know. Satoru might be something. Kyodai foil might be something. I like Ryu. Kodama might be something. I'm thinking about just like money here. Hinetsugu's probably not worth anything. Full Cloud Kirin, I don't know, maybe. Okay, maybe Satsuki. I don't know, probably not. But, okay, so that is the halfway point. That's only the halfway point, people. I do tend to blather on. But I don't know, I hope, if you're watching these, I think it's partially for the conversation. That's certainly a big part of why I play Magic, is to talk to other people about Magic, about the cards, about the game, about the lore, about why these won't sit flat. So there's a lot of curling going on here. Whoa. Yeah, right out of the gate. Right here. Oh, is it the planes or is it the... I think it's the... Yeah, I think it's the Saga that's doing it. Because it's double-sided or something. But anyway, just to quickly go through these. Iron Hoof Boar. Neat. Future Sentinel. Neat. Selfless Samurai. Cool, I'll play that. Prodigy's prototype. Not for me, but still cool. Befriending the Moths. Step 1, become lamp. Also, yes, I am ripping off a lot of jokes from that Loading Ready Run episode that I watched. So if you think that I'm funny, go watch Loading Ready Run instead. You'll hear all my jokes there first. Not all of them. Almost all of them. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each enchantment you control. Oh, yeah, no, I'm probably not doing that in the Samurai deck. And I don't really care about this. Oh, okay, Covert Technician. I definitely do need a Covert Technician. I was hoping for a foil, and I'm not sure that I'm super into the art style on this one. What is going on with her big lemon, like, football-shaped head? Is she Arnold? Or is she Stewie Griffin or something? Why does she have glasses up there? Nowhere near her eyeballs? I don't understand, but I do want to... Wait, you may put an artifact card with mana value less than or equal to the damage from your hand onto the battlefield. I'm not sure this will even make the cut, actually. Recasting artifacts? No, you know what? It probably doesn't, so never mind. Oh, whereas this one, on the other hand... Okay, I've got both versions of this in foil now. 4 mana, 3/4, you can untap it, but it can turn into a 1/1 unblockable at instant. Anytime you tap it. This is cool. So, yeah, I'll set that aside. That's cool. Thundering Ryu. I've heard some people just call this one Raichu. This is a cool card. I like it, but I don't have a deck for it. Kaima, the Fractured Calm. Okay, no, this is a cool one to get from the Commander set. Because it's one of the commanders, so I genuinely could open up to building a deck around this. I don't think I'm gonna, but it could. Soul Transfer, we've already looked at a fancier version of it. Farewell. Okay, I'm happy to get this one. This is one of the best board wipes in white, I think. I haven't figured out what specific deck I'm going to put it in, but I could put it in any deck. And since Seb McKinnon has said some things recently that I don't agree with, and he stood for some things I don't agree with, it pains me so much because I love his art and I've supported him financially in a lot of ways. I bought his Secret Lair. I bought his Kickstarter for a playmat and all that stuff. And I've got a lot of his art in my decks. And yet, I don't know, he seems to be giving bad advice to people and supporting a cause that's really questionable, probably tainted by other stuff. I don't want to get into it here, but any more than I already have. But this is the alternate art of Farewell, so this is probably the version that I will be playing. It's not normally my style to go for like the cute anime children, but whatever. Invoke the Ancients. Okay, quad green and a colorless. Create 2 4/4 green spirit creature tokens. For each of them, put your choice of a vigilance counter, a reach counter, or a trample counter on it. I don't know how good this card is. I don't know. But I got a fancy version of it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 5th from the end pack. Okay. Unstoppable Ogre. Yeah, I can't think of anything that could stop a 1 toughness creature. Certainly not like a squirrel or literally anything, but alright. Doesn't have trample. Why doesn't it have trample if it's unstoppable? I mean, the card's not good. And if it had trample, it might be good. So, Planar Incision is just very dark for some reason. I don't like that a lot of foils are just very dark. 2 mana, exile target artifact or creature, instant speed, then return to the battlefield. Oh, under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. I was like, wait a second, is this the new reality shift? No, because it brings the creature back and it's better. So, nope, not removal. Discover the impossible, like boats on top of the water and manta rays under the water. It's impossible. I don't believe. Tempered in Solitude. Just to repeat their joke again. Tempered in Solitude. And Lava. Don't forget the lava. It was also tempered in lava. Okiba Reckoner Raid. This is the Biker Mice from Mars. Just the mouse biker jacket. Or rat biker jacket. I like it. It's cool. The land. Love these lands. Can't get enough of them. Aki Ronin. Yeah, I don't know if this one will make the cut. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, we got the fanciest version of the Peerless Samurai. Whenever you attack with a Samurai Warrior alone, the next spell you cast this turn costs 1 less to cast. Okay, this is definitely going in my Samurai deck, though. So I'm glad to get the fanciest version of it, even though, like, kind of full of itself. I'm happy to have it. Fang of Shigeki, we've talked about a little bit. I got another foil Ninja Turtle that doesn't look like a Ninja Turtle. Another foil March of Wretched Sorrow, which I don't love. It's fine. One with the Kami. 4 mana Flash Aura, enchant creature you control. Whenever enchanted creature or another modified creature you control dies, create X/1/1 spirit creature tokens where X is the creature's power. Seems okay. Got another Extended Art Satsuki, so not thrilled by that. Another alternate art Lizard Blades, so not thrilled by that, hate to say it. Another foil Showcase Invoke Despair, so not loving the duplication there either. Okay, that pack was kind of a dud, in the sense that the best cards that I got in it are the same or worse than cards I got in other packs. They were mostly the same. Okay. This is 4 from the end. Aki Emberkeeper, Mnemonic Sphere, Goshintai, I've got that one though. Jukai Naturalist, I've got that one though. Let's see, common, uncommon. Kumano Faces, Kakazan. I really want the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, but there's an island. Imperial Subduer. I'm very much afraid that I'm going to have a lot of singles left to buy after this. But, you know, listen to what the professor tells you. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's a common. Specialist. Isn't there one of these that makes treasure? Where is it? I haven't found it. Is it rare? Oh, sorry for bumping you. There we go. Foil. I got another foil Hidetsugu, but it's not the Neon Ink one again. Just faking me out here. Research Thief. 5 mana, 3/3 flash flying. Whenever an artifact creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So it's a more limited version of Coastal Piracy or Reconnaissance Mission. It's got flash, it's got flying, but it costs 5. I don't know. Another Extended Art Cloudsteel Kirin. That's my 3rd Cloudsteel Kirin. I already had a foil one, though, so this is not as good. Oh, now this is cool. Borderless Kura, the Boundless Sky. So we opened a Kura at the pre-release, and it's going straight in my friend's Dragon deck. But now I've got a Borderless version, which she might want. Who knows? But 5 mana, 4/4 flying Death Touch. When it dies, choose one. Creature. Search your library for up to 3 land cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle. Or create an XX green spirit creature token where X is the number of lands you control. All these abilities seem great. Glad to see it. Another foil Soul Transfer. Don't love to see it. Okay, getting disappointed by some of these. There's so many things that I could get that I would love. None more so than the Hidetsugu that says, you know, I actually profited massively off of this. I don't need to turn a profit in order to be happy, but I would really like to see that 1,000-faced shadow, so I don't have to go out and buy one. Mukotai Ambusher, I'm not sure if that makes the cut in my ninja deck. I'm not sure. Heir of the Ancient Fang. I'm definitely looking for the Goshintai of Life's Origin. I'm looking for Kaito. Tales of Master Seshiro. There are so many things I'm looking for that I haven't got yet. And this is third from the last pack. Peerless Samurai is fine, but I have a better version. Upriser Renegade gets +2/+no for each other modifier creature you control. Yeah, I'm not playing that. Coiling Stalker. Nope. Futurist Operative. You're cool, but I already got you. Foil Thundering Raiju. You're cool, but I've already got you. Extended Art Myojin of Grim Betrayal. You're not cool, actually. Oh. Okay. So, we've got a Borderless, The Wandering Emperor. I'm not going to read the whole thing right now because she has a lot of text on her, but I believe this card is fairly valuable. So that's nice. And I was thinking I would put it in my Samurai deck. So it has a home. Love to see it. Farewell. Got one already. It's neat. Tameshi. I got a foil extended art Tameshi. I don't like this guy. I hear he's good. I don't like him. I'm not going to build him. But he might be valuable. I don't know. I'll put him in a little pile of looking up prices later. Okay, but the Wandering Emperor Borderless has got to be at least worth the price of the pack on that one. I'm not sure how much more. Keeping in mind, again, I paid $2.69 for the whole box, which, yeah, it's a lot of money. Most people probably can't afford to and spend that kind of money on Magic. I often can't, although I've been trying to for nothing else than for camera for you guys. But I was able to. Had a little boon, you know. And, Coiling Stalker. Yeah, no, okay. Oh, Spirited Companion foil. Happy to see it. And it's happy to see us, too. Another Dockside Chef. That's cool. I'll get to have one of my own, too. Roaring Earth is fine. Life and Times of Toshiro Misawa. The Foil Forest. Love to see it. Norika Yamazaki the Poet. This one I'm even less likely to play in a Ninja deck. And I really wish that the Yamazakis had partners, so you can have both of them as their commanders. But apparently they are not friends. They are cousins, and they don't get along very well. What can you do? And I guess they would kind of be in different decks normally. I don't know what to do with them. Yeah. Futurist Operative. We've already got a couple different better versions. We've got this one already, but it's still cool. Surge Hacker Mech. I think we've got this one already as well. I think this was pack 1. We got this. It's cool. Ruthless Technomancer. I believe this guy is money. I don't even like him, but he's an extended art Ruthless Technomancer, and I believe he's money. I'm not going to get into it right now. That's my 4th Soul Transfer, so that's a playset of a rare in here that I don't think I'm going to play. So that's fun. Satsuki the Living Lore, I believe that's another playset of a rare I'm not going to use, so that's fun. And then, now that's exciting. Foil Extended Art Ishin Two Heavens as One. One of the best samurai and one of the best commanders in this set. And I was not planning on building a deck around him, but this is, like, the coolest. I don't know. It's unfortunate, though. Look. It's already hard enough to build a samurai tribal deck with just red-white. To add in black and have to worry about color fixing even more. And then there are very few worthwhile black samurai cards. And he doesn't care about samurai. You look in this text box, you don't see the word samurai. He doesn't care about samurai. If a creature attacking would cause a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. That's an amazing effect. It doesn't matter that it's on a samurai. Could have been a knight, could have been a warrior, could have been a citizen, could have been a slug. But it's an amazing card. But I think it's going to be for somebody else. I think I'm going to end up selling it or trading it or something. And we are on to the last pack. And Ishin, I would hope, is worth the price of the pack. If not, then the Ruthless Technomancer before it probably was. Last pack. Come on, please be a blowout. Please be amazing. Okay, Careful Cultivation, Ancestral Katana, Hot Shot Mechanic, Acquisition Octopus. I haven't seen some of these uncommons yet in my packs, so that's a little weird when you're at the end of a box and you're like, what's this new and unusual uncommon? Oh, love this. Love this swamp. This is so cool. Blade Blesser, Heir to the Ancient Fang. Moonsnare Specialist. Oh, 2 Moonsnare Specialists right back to back. Okay, I did need a Rasona Asari Commander for my Samurai deck, so I got one of those. That's not bad. Katsumasa the Animator. I believe that's from the Commander deck. I don't really care about this card, unfortunately. Mech Titan Core. That's really cool. That's like the Megazord. Some would say the Voltron, or, well, I guess just Voltron. But I'm definitely more familiar with Power Rangers and with the Megazord. And I like that, you know, in Power Rangers, it's usually 5 different mechs that come together instead of like 5 of the same. But anyway, cool, but not expensive, or not a valuable card, and not one that I was planning on using for anything, so... So we've got an alternate art Hidetsugu, but it's not a neon foil one. So I'm not sure that this is valuable at all. I kind of doubt it. I'm going to look it up, and someone in the, comments could be like flipping out, going like, oh my god, it's $100. And I'm looking at it like, I think this is a miss, isn't it? I don't know. And the last card is a foil extended art Invoke the Winds. We did not get a Shrine token. We did not get most of the things on my list. But there's this Hidetsugu. And I've got to wonder, this is not one of the neon ink styles. So is it worth anything? I don't know. That's going to be a mystery that I guess I'm going to have to leave for y'all to, for all of us to find out later. I think it's a miss, though. And so... laying it all out here, I did get some hits, but, anytime that you're opening packs, it's a lottery. It's random, it's gambling, basically. I didn't get a lot of things I'm looking for, and normally I would hope to flip some of the things that I don't want that are valuable, like, the Hidetsugus, or my other Cloudsteel Kirins, or Tameshi, or the Ruthless Technomancer, or Ishin. More than half of these cards I don't personally want, and if they're worth anything, maybe I can trade them for Kaito, which I proxied to put in my ninja deck, or now I've got to make a 1,000 face shadow, whatever, maybe a proxy. But I'm gonna be seeing which ones I can buy singles going forward, trading in or selling some of these to get the rest of what I need. Oh well. I got some exciting stuff in here. I'll look up some prices, and I might post it in the comments later to find out how much, like, this selection in particular is worth. Other than that, though, I had some fun seeing some exciting, cool-looking cards. I love this set overall, and there's a lot of gems in it, a lot of amazing stuff in it. But, yeah, that's the end. I hope you had a good time, and hope to see you again in the future with a new set. Looking forward to Streets of New Capenna, and have a great day. Bye-bye.